Hello plant friends, my name is Victoria and you're watching Plantastics. Today we're going to be looking at my Calatheas and Ctenanthes, and we're going to be looking at the roots and trying to determine if they need a repot. Luckily the roots on these plants are healthy, so you can use that as like an example to compare yours to if you'd like. So we're going to start with the Calathea White Fusion. So this one has a really nice and established root system. You can see that the roots, for whatever reason, just go straight down. And something really cool is that these grow from rhizomes. So you can see here that there are baby plants coming up, which is always a really great sign. And then you can also see these came up a little bit later, but these are just now coming up. With this one, you can see that there are roots. I would wait a little bit longer before I repotted that one. So next is the Calathea Stella. Here we have Calathea Stella. So this one is kind of in the same shape. I'm going to wait maybe another month or two. So unlike the other one, you're not really seeing any new growths coming up. And this is the foliage. I do have a little bit of browning, but that's okay. This is my largest, like it's just really a tall Calathea. If you compare the Stella to the White Fusion, like it just seems like the White Fusion is more compact. I do have some reversion on the White Fusion. So that is just looking at the two of them. I also have reversion on this one. Next is my Calathea Orbifolia. I have a really nice new leaf coming out here, and you can look at the roots here. So this one does not need a repot. It is still filling out the pot, and you can see that it is really happy. It's starting to put out other leaves and other little plantlets. There's one right there, if you can see, poking through. So this one does not need a repot. Next is the Calathea Flamestar. This is a beautiful Calathea. I had to have it. And I purchased it with just the one rhizome. So you can look here. I have several different rhizomes coming out from the primary node or the mother plant. And then you can see that there are lots of roots forming kind of at the bottom. I watered everybody, so there's water everywhere right now. And I'm going to wait before I repot this one. Next is the Setosa Gray Star, and this is a Ctenanthe. If you're struggling with Calatheas, I highly suggest you try a Ctenanthe, specifically the Setosa Gray Star or the Fishbone Calathea, which is what I'm going to be showing you last. So this one is really got some nice roots on it. You can see there's rhizomes coming up. There's quite a few of them. There's another one right there, if you can see. So this one honestly could use a repot, and you can see the roots are really kind of like coiled together. So this is a Pedialyte container, and I just really like these because they're really nice. You can kind of cut them to where they're shallow for like a smaller plant, and they're also clear so you can see the roots. So I am going to end up repotting this one. So this one definitely needs a repot. My plant that is long overdue is the Fishbone Calathea, which is actually a Ctenanthe, and it's a very beautiful, beautiful plant. So we're going to see that the actual pot is kind of deformed because the plant is just really just needs more space. So we can see right here we've got rhizomes. So that's a leaf. It's looking for light right now, and it goes all the way around the pot. You can also see that you see more roots than you see soil, and it's just, you can't really see, but there is also a leaf behind the label here. So this actually was a plant. It was a basil plant, and I just reused the pot because I really liked it because it was clear. You can also see some rhizomes there. So if we were to compare that with, let's say, we're going to compare it to the Orbifolia. So you can see that this one, you just don't see the roots like you do on this one. And that's just something that happens over time. The longer a plant is in the soil, the more roots are going to go through. You can also look at the surface of the soil, and sometimes if you do not have a clear pot, you can see the roots actually start coming around the tops of the soil. These other plants really haven't done it, but this one kind of has. You can see that there's roots there, and they're literally running out of room. So this one definitely needs a repot. So I hope that this was super informative. See you next time. Goodbye.